have just a bit of time to work on my journal, and I had a failed attempt just now, so I have about 5 minutes time. Five. Can I do this in 5 minutes? So under Erickson has mentioned that minimize that during the practice process, the mental representation of the problem solution space was enriched in the delivery practice process. And another thing he has mentioned is that he was asking the trainee, what's going on in your mind, what is changing. So this is what John Becker would ask, would call a change metaphor. So we're hinting that there is a change, and this in turn helps the mind to change. Mm. So this constant pestering by others, what is changing, what's going on that is different, it might have been the key to this process. Changes in the detrimental representation. This and the key process. And key to the deeper process. So when I'm making journals, when I'm writing entries about some new techniques, and when I'm making these videos, uh, this is like me telling others, like a trainee telling someone how the mental representation changes. So it's also a key to have this practice of evolving the theory. So theory and practice is like two hands to legs, and we have to evolve the theory in order for our skill to it's like moving the information between different layers of different representations, different subsystems. Because Katsopa has this article. Uh, I would like to open it in Facebook. Uh, Alone in the crowd. This study, statistical study. And a key finding, I think he mentioned this in passing, like some weird and unexpected result. But this weird result, this is, I think, the key finding. Uh, so they statistically saw that only friends living within a mile affected their loneliness, like positively, that people felt less lonely if they communicated with a friend who lives within a mile. And if somebody, even a closest best friend moved farther away and they were still communicating over phone, over Skype, the loneliness was no longer uh, reduced by communicating with this friend. So this is where I think most of today's YouTube communication is tainted. People are, and Facebook communication is tainted. People are going out, and I think they are shifting their attention to something that this is far away. So I'm if I'm making a video for someone I don't know who, I don't know where, uh, my attention is suddenly there. It is not here with me. It is there. I'm thinking what's going on there somewhere. I don't know where, and I can't even. I have no idea what's going on there, and whether it makes any sense for me to share this information. Mm. And this might be connected to safety because I think there is a evolutionary friendship is in fact I think evolutionary mechanism, friendship and family that is has roots in safety, and we feel so this is might be a hidden from because of this romantic attitude to friendship or something noble and I don't know. But I think the hidden underneath is the safety that if we have a friend who understands us and who we see reciprocity from them, we share something with them and they share something with us. So we establish this safety net as a result, and we see much better, not because we are communicating, not because we are sharing thoughts, but because we are establishing the safety net. Of course, we also feel good because we are sharing thoughts and participating in this deliberate practice process. So if a friend works as a peer in this, but a lot of this, even if we not participating in deliberate practice, we still benefit from from friendship simply because of safety. And there was a case that I've seen on Facebook where a woman had some problem, local problem, and she had a lot of good friends on Facebook, and she like called out reached out for them and get nothing. This might be why we have that the more people engaged with Facebook, the more depressed and the more lonely they are, because this doesn't satisfy our evolutionary mechanics that intention of it is build a safety net, and we are not building one on Facebook. So for me, the practice I discussed in some previous videos about making these video blogs not for people, but for spirits, for my shadow court, my spirits who engage with me. Uh, it changes the game around videos for me because now I have someone local, someone from whom I can hear and get some feedback. And it is much different than making a video for someone who never visits. And I know that regarding the safety, I know the spirits can help me because they can, at the minimum, they can provide me with new behavioral uh, abilities. And I share today's anecdote. So I was using my shadow court um, technique. I was calling the spirits of the moment. So in Hagakure, there is this passage. Um, uh, there is surely nothing other than the single purpose of the present moment. So uh, in my grimoire, and by the way, this is another thing I wanted to mention that if you look at evocation and invocation practice today, a lot of those spirits are uh, they are very personal. They have names, they have characters, they have history, they have idiosyncrasies. They might look bad on something like good on something else. Uh, so when we are calling one of such gods, some such spirits, we are calling them with all the idiosyncrasies. But I wonder if this is really, if this is simply an artifact of how we are used to encode our social information. And in this game, um, Dragon Age Inquisition, Dragon Age, they have a different concept of spirits. Spirits, kind of clean concepts, spirit of righteousness, uh, of greed, of love, and so on. Uh, and in some of my previous videos, I told that actually we can call for spirits of very different things. We can call for spirits of animals, of nature, of the snow I see window. I can call a spirit of it. It was a terrific experience. Um, so we can call spirits of clean things. I mean, clean from identity. We don't have to pull the identity with the spirit. That's something to think about. I'm not sure how to think about yet. Um, but summoning the shadow court today, and the shadow court is like summoning the spirits of the present moment. So not just thinking about the purpose of moment, but actually seeing it with with the hypnotic effect, right? Uh, Having much more tangible connection to it, facilitated with the hypnotic effects. Calling the spirit. So my wife, she had an operation yesterday, and I'm alone at home with a child. And what suddenly came to me, because I had very different priorities, but when I summoned the shadow court, I got a spirit, kind of a muse, who, strangely enough, inspired me to clean, to go wash the dishes and move the garbage, uh, remove the garbage, uh, and tidy up. It was very strange, but also very cool, and I felt like doing something special simply by cleaning up, and I felt this connection with the muse. How cool is that? um, Anyhow,